We're looking to design a house which reflects all kinds of grandeur and luxury. The site is located in Jalandhar, and the first thing which you look at while selecting a site or choosing a site is to have a lot of space, which of course is not available inside the cities nowadays. So we chose a site which was located a bit out of the city, and the plot was around 2.5 acres. It was a beautiful site, a corner plot rather, and pure northeast.
The site was very next to the school which he has already built up, which was on the highway. So this is the main highway which is leading up to Hoshiarpur. From there is a road which leads up to the school area. The school belongs to the client itself. From here, there is a big chunk of land which is kept as a golf course, which was personal to the client. The orientation of the plot is north and east.
We had our client, his wife, his parents, his newly wedded son. He also had a daughter who was already married. The client and his family have different businesses. The client wanted the house to be exactly as per Vastu. The client was very clear with the idea to have the building in 3 parts. One, right next to the entrance, was a small office block where the client wanted to greet the formal visitors. Second was the main building or the main house where the client lived, and his formal spaces along with his bedrooms. All of these things were kept together and planned together while having a central courtyard in between. The courtyard also acted as a source of light and ventilation. And then of course the third block, which was kept at the back of the main building, was the party area or the outhouse. So whenever there was a party, we planned to take the guest through the lawn so that he experiences the nature and then eventually reaches the party area. Now talking about the kind of architecture which we chose for this project, I would say we chose classical as the backbone, as I can call it. So in order to give it that palatial look, we chose this concept of a classic building. We had to play with 2 things. One was the height and the second was the depth. So we played around with a lot of volumes in this project. So as you enter this residence, right in the driveway, you have a grand fountain around which your car drives away, turns and gets parked. And then when you take those steps towards the main residence and you open the main door, which is about 16 to 17 feet high. As you enter, the most beautiful thing that you experience in this house is the depth. You see across the grand lobby through the OTS, and you can also see the staircase behind which you see the outhouse. So basically, as you enter, you see the entire project and you get the feel of the depth and the volume of the project. And right inside the main lobby, you experience the double height, where you have that big chandelier, and on the left you have a formal dining, and on the right you have a double-heighted formal living area. So basically, we try to keep the formal areas in the front, and at the back we went for the bedrooms.
The formal areas are deliberately kept double-heighted to give that palatial feel to the guest who is coming to the home.
So while walking through the formal areas, as you enter through the lobby and going towards the bedrooms, we on purpose planned to have some old pictures of the client's life to be put on the walls, so that as he goes towards his private areas, he somehow experiences the journey of life. Now, the bedrooms were also segregated by an internal courtyard.
The bedroom had to complement the rest of the house, specially curated as per the nature of the occupant.
The staircase basically has been put in a place where it stands out. It has a very serene and calm kind of a surrounding. And in the middle of it, you have this extravagant staircase taking you to the first floor. It has a very royal and a grand railing made out of brass with a solid wood handrail. In terms of the material palette, we used a lot of different materials which could reflect luxury in the best manner. We used Satwario as the main flooring of the house. It gives that kind of a grandeur which this project actually required. Rest also in terms of the chandeliers, the curtains, the textures, the colors, everything was precisely used and precisely selected in order to give that or to make this picture come together as a whole palace, not just a home. If you have a look at the landscape, the plants were specially selected to complement the facade of the building. We chose those pencil cypresses and those Italian cypresses just to complement the building and to complement the architecture that we were following.
Luxury is all about experience. We have built up this home as a lifetime experience for its occupant.
And I think we have achieved that with the Grand Alabaster.